Hello and welcome again. This is your host Harshit Sinha with another interesting topic under ESG investing for Indian corporate investment in ESG for asset under management. ESG investing, also known as sustainable investing, emphasizing allocating funds to companies that align with the ethical practice while maintaining profitability. The ESG criteria evaluate how public companies uphold environmental responsibility, contribute positively to their communities, and adhere to high standards of management and corporate governance. Indian corporate investment in ESG for asset under management reflects a shift towards the responsible and sustainable practice. As ESG continue to influence investment decision, companies plays a crucial role in shaping a greenery and more socially responsible future. The increasing emphasis on sustainability has led to transformative shift in the corporate landscape, particularly in India. ESG considerations are no longer just a buzzword but a pivotal factor shaping investment strategies and assets management. Indian corporates are increasingly integrating ESG principles into their operation and investment decisions, significantly impacting asset under management. The growth of asset under management for ESG in India reflects a significant shift toward the sustainable and responsible investing. While challenges remain, the increasing awareness, regulatory support, and evolving investment strategy indicates a promising future for ESG investing in India. As more investors recognize the importance of integration of ESG factors into their portfolio, the asset under management for ESG fund is expected to continue its upward trajectory, contributing to more sustainable and inclusive economy. Overall, Indian corporate investments in ESG are reshaping the investment landscape, driving sustainable growth and contributing to the rise in asset under management. As regulatory framework evolve and investors' demand for sustainable investments continue to grow, the integration of ESG consideration will become increasingly pivotal. By embracing ESG principles, Indian corporates not only contribute to a more sustainable future but also unlock long-term value of investors, thereby enhancing their competitiveness and financial performance. Let us now first discuss the asset under management and later explore the Indian corporate efforts in this regard. Now we shall discuss status of asset under management for the ESG funds in India. The rapid expansion of ESG fund in India not only reflects the changing investor preference but also the potential to drive positive change in corporate behavior. As more capital flows into the ESG fund investments, companies are incentivized to improve their environmental, social, and governance practice, potentially leading to a more sustainable and equitable business landscape in India. India's financial landscape has undergone a transformative shift as an ESG investing gains momentum. This evolution is reflected in the growing numbers of ESG focused funds and the increasing asset under management in this category. The asset under management for ESG funds in India has been growing rapidly in recent years. However, it is important to note that the exact figure can fluctuate and may vary depending on the source and the specific time frame. Here is an overview of the ESG asset under management landscapes in India. The first is overall ESG asset under management growth. As of 2023, the asset under management of ESG funds in India has surpassed rupees 18,000 crore. Approximately, it is equivalent to $2.2 billion, showcasing the rapid growth from just rupees 2,000 crore in 2019. Now, let us look who are the key players and their asset under management. While specific company-wise breakdown are not always publicly available, here are some notable ESG funds and their approximate asset under management. The first is SBI Magnum Equity ESG Funds, one of the oldest ESG funds in India with an asset under management of approximately rupees 4,330 crore, which is equivalent to 580 million US dollar as on March 2023. The next is AXIS ESG Equity Fund. Launched in 2020, it's quickly becoming one of the largest ESG funds in India with an asset under management of around rupees 2,620 crore, which is equivalent to 350 million US dollar as of March 2023. The next is ICICI Prudential ESG Fund, another significant player with an asset under management of approximately rupees 1,620 crore, which is equivalent to 2015 million US dollar as on March 2023. Next is Aditya Birla Sun Life ESG Funds. This had asset under management of about 1140 crore rupees, which is equivalent to 152 million US dollar as on March 2023. Another is a Quantum India ESG Equity Fund, a smaller but growing fund with an asset under management of about rupees 90 crore, approximately 12 million US dollar as on March 2023. Let us see now the growth projection. Experts predicted that ESG asset under management in India could reach to 240 billion by 2030, representing a significant growth opportunity. The next we see is the corporate contribution in this regard. While specific ESG asset under management figures for individual corporates are not readily available, many large Indian companies are increasingly integrating ESG principles into their operational and investments. The first company is the corporate giant, the Reliance Industries, has committed to investing rupees 75,000 crores of which is equivalent to around 10 billion US dollar in clean energy initiatives over the last 3 years. The next is Tata Group of companies, including Tata Power and Tata Motors, have made significant investment in renewable energy and electric vehicles. The next is Infosys. Infosys became carbon neutral in 2020 and has invested significantly in renewable energy project. It is important to note that the ESG investment landscape in India is rapidly evolving. Many companies are in the process of aligning their operations and investments with the ESG principle, which may not be immediately reflected in the dedicated ESG funds asset under management. Moreover, the definition and the measurement of ESG investments can vary, making precise comparison challenging. Investors should conduct a thorough research and consider consulting with the financial advisor for the most up-to-date and comprehensive information. Now we shall discuss the contribution made by the corporates for their ESG strategy to add capital for asset under management. Now we shall see the top contributors to environmentally sustainability under ESG funds. By embracing ESG principle, India can not only attract global investment but also ensure its economic growth in aligned with the environmental sustainability and the social well-being. The journey towards a robust ESG ecosystem is ongoing, and with the concentrated efforts from all stakeholders, India can emerge as a leader in sustainable investing. Before I begin discussion, let me remind the viewers that we are not marketing for any corporate but sharing the fact for the said topic. Several companies in India have emerged as a top contributor to environmental sustainability under ESG. These companies have been recognized for their commitment to the environmental stewardship, sustainability practice, and overall ESG performance. Here are some of the leading companies in India that are noted for their ESG investment in environment. The first is Tata Consultancy Services, that is TCS Group. TCS is a major player in the IT sector and has consistently been recognized for its environmental initiatives. The company has implemented numerous sustainability measures including reducing carbon emission, improving energy efficiency, and promoting the use of renewable energy. TCS has also been proactive in waste management and the water conservation efforts. The next is Infosys. Infosys, another IT giant, has made significant strides in its environmental initiative. The company has set ambitious target to become carbon neutral and has invested heavily in renewable energy projects. Infosys has also implemented energy efficient technology in its operation and has robust waste management in place. The next is related to Wipro. Wipro has been a leader in sustainability and environmental practice. The company has committed to using 100% renewable energy and has made sustainable investments in solar and wind energy. Wipro also focuses on water conservation, waste management, and reducing its carbon footprint through various initiatives. The next is Mahindra and Mahindra. Mahindra and Mahindra, a leading player in the automotive sector, have been recognized for its efforts in promoting sustainable mobility solutions. The company has invested in electric vehicle technology and renewable energy projects. Mahindra's commitment to reducing emission and improving fuel efficiency is evident in its green initiatives and product development. The next is related to Hindustan Unilever Limited. The Hindustan Unilever Limited, a major consumer goods company, has a strong focus on the environmental sustainability. The company has implemented various initiatives to reduce its environmental impacts such as sustainable sourcing of raw material, reducing water waste usage, minimizing waste. Hindustan Unilever Limited is also committed using renewable energy in its operation. The next is ITC Limited. ITC Limited is renowned for its sustainable efforts, particularly in the area of environmental management and resource conservation. The company has adopted extensive measures to reduce its carbon footprint, including the use of renewable energy and improving energy efficiency. ITC commitment to water stewardship and sustainable agriculture practice is also noteworthy. The next is Reliance Industries Limited. Reliance Industries Limited has been making significant investment in renewable energy and sustainable practice. The company has launched several green initiatives such as the installation of the solar and the wind energy projects and is working towards reducing its carbon emission. The Reliance Industries Limited focuses on the sustainable development evident in its strategic investment in clean energy. The next is related to the HDFC Bank. The HDFC Bank have been actively promoting sustainable finance and investing in a green project. The bank has funded various renewable energy projects such as solar and wind power and is committed to reducing its environmental impact. HDFC Bank's efforts in promoting ESG principles are reflected in its investment strategies and operational practice. The next is Tata Steel. Tata Steel has a strong focus on environmental sustainability and has implemented numerous measures to reduce its carbon footprint. The company has invested in energy efficient technology, waste recycling, and water conservation. Tata Steel commitment to sustainable practice extends to its supply chain and community development project. And the last but not the least is Godrej Industries. Godrej Industries have been at the forefront for promoting sustainable and environmental responsibility. The company has launched several green initiatives including renewable energy project, water conservation, and the waste management. Godrej sustainability efforts are integrated into its business operations and product development. Lastly, these companies have set a benchmark in environmental sustainability through their investments and initiatives. By integrating ESG principles into their operations, they not only contribute to healthier planet but also enhance their long-term financial performance and reputation. As ESG investment continue to gain momentum in India, these companies are likely to remain at the forefront for driving positive environmental impact. Now we shall discuss about the top contributors to environmental mitigation under ESG Fund. The monetary contribution made by the top companies in India toward the ESG funds, especially for the environmental mitigation efforts, are significant. Here is a breakdown of the top contribution from leading companies. The first is Reliance Industries Limited. As a part of their ESG initiative, they have allocated significant resources towards renewable energy projects and reducing carbon emission with an estimated contribution of rupees 7,000 crores. The next is Tata Consultancy Services. TCS have been active in promoting sustainability and has invested around rupees 4,500 crores toward the various environmental projects including water conservation and renewable energy. Infosys has dedicated approximately 3,800 crores rupees to sustainability efforts, focusing on reducing its carbon footprint and enhancing the energy efficiency across its operations. Hindustan Unilever Limited has committed around rupees 3,000 crore environmental sustainability, particularly in areas like water stewardship and sustainable sourcing. Next is Mahindra Mahindra. They have invested around rupees 2,500 crores in renewable energy projects and other environmental initiatives. Wipro has contributed about rupees 2,200 crores toward ESG goal emphasizing energy efficiency and waste management. ICICI Limited has allocated rupees 2,000 crores to sustainability efforts, particularly focusing on afforestation and renewable energy. HDFC Bank directed approximately 1,800 crore rupees toward the environmentally sustainability, including green lending and reducing carbon emission. Aditya Birla Group have committed around rupees 1,500 crores to various ESG initiatives, including renewable energy and sustainable business practice. And the last but not the least is JSW Steel, which has invested approximately rupees 1,200 crores in the project aimed at reducing their environmental impact such as energy efficiency and the waste management. Overall, this contribution reflects the growing emphasis on the sustainability and responsible business practice among India's leading corporates. They are integrating ESG into their core strategies to not only comply with the regulatory requirement but also to enhance their long-term sustainability and stakeholder trust. In this slide, we will discuss about the top contributors to social sustainability under ESG Fund. Several Indian companies are recognized for their significant contribution to social initiatives under ESG funds. These companies have implemented various programs and policies that addresses social issues such as education, healthcare, community development, and employee welfare. Here are some of the top contributors. The first is Tata Group. The Tata Group, through its various subsidiaries like Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Steel, and Tata Motors, is a leader in social initiatives. The group focuses on the wide range of social issues including education, healthcare, rural development, and the skill development. The Tata Trust, one of India's old philanthropic organizations, spearhead many of these initiatives. The next is related to Reliance Industries Limited. Reliance Industries Limited, under its CSR aims, Reliance Foundation has undertaken numerous social initiatives. These include education program, rural transformation projects, healthcare services, and disaster responses. The company also focuses on women empowerment and community development. The next is related to the contribution made by Infosys. Infosys has a strong commitment to social responsibility through the Infosys Foundation. The foundation supports initiatives in education, healthcare, rural development, and arts and culture. Infosys is also known as its efforts in promoting digital literacy and providing scholarship to underprivileged students. Next is Mahindra Mahindra. Mahindra Mahindra actively engage in the various social initiatives, particularly in education and skill development. The company projects Nanhi Kali supports the education of underprivileged girls. Mahindra also focuses on the health and sanitation project, rural development, and employee voluntary programs. ITC Limited is involved in a wide range of social initiatives through its Mission Sunhera Kal program. The company focuses on areas such as primary education, vocational training, health and sanitation, and sustainable agriculture. ITC E-Chopal initiative is a notable example of its efforts to empower the rural communities and the farmer. Hindustan Unilever Limited has several social initiatives, particularly in the areas of health and hygiene, nutrition, and women's empowerment. The company's project Shakti, for example, empowers the rural women by providing them with micro-entrepreneurial opportunities. Hindustan Unilever Limited also run extensive community health and sanitation program. Wipro's social initiatives are managed through Azim Premji Foundation, which focuses on improving public school education in India. Foundation work in partnership with the state government and other organizations to enhance the quality of education in rural and disadvantaged areas. Wipro is also involved in healthcare and environmental sustainable projects. The next is Aditya Birla Group. Through its CSR arm, works on the various social initiatives including education, healthcare, sustainable livelihood, and women's empowerment. The group runs over 5,000 schools and reaches about the million of people through its healthcare program. It also supports vocational training center and women's self-help group. The next is HDFC Bank has comprehensive CSR program focused on education, skill training, healthcare, and financial inclusion. The bank Parivartan initiative encompasses its social responsibility efforts aiming to create sustainable communities through various development programs. The next is Godrej Industries. The Godrej Industries through the Godrej Foundation supports numerous social initiatives in areas such as education, healthcare, environment, and community development. The company is particularly known for its efforts in promoting sustainable development and social equity. In conclusion, these companies demonstrate a strong commitment to social responsibility, integrating ESG principles into their core operation. By addressing critical social issues and contributing to the well-being of the community, they not only fulfill their corporate social responsibility but also enhance their long-term sustainability and reputation. As ESG investing gains in prominence in India, these companies are likely to continue leading the way of the social initiatives. Now let us see how much the top contributors to social mitigations contribute under ESG funds. While specific figures for assets generated exclusively for the social mitigation efforts under ESG are not always clearly delineated by the companies, many Indian corporates have made significant investments in social initiatives. Here are an overview of some notable social investments and commitments by major Indian companies. The first is Reliance Industries. Through Reliance Foundation spends around 1140 crore, approximately 152 million US dollar on CSR initiatives in financial year of 2020 and 21. Focus area includes rural transformation, health, education, and disaster response. The Tata Group. The Tata Trust, which owns 66% of the Tata Sons, invested over 1000 crore rupees, that is equivalent to around 133 million US dollar in social development program in financial year 2019 and 20. Area includes healthcare, education and rural upliftment. HDFC Bank spent 6,035 crore rupees, which is equivalent to around 85 million US dollar on CSR activities for the financial year 2020 and 21, emphasis on rural development, skill training and education. The next is ITC Limited, invested over rupees 355 crore, approximately equivalent to 47 million US dollar in CSR activity in financial year 2020 and 21. Focuses on the rural development, education and the skill development. Infosys spent rupees 325 crore, which is equivalent to 43 million US dollar on CSR activities in financial year 2020 and 21. Focuses on education, health, arts and culture and rural development. Wipro allocated rupees 236 crore, that is equivalent to 31 million US dollar for social good initiative for the financial year 2020 and 21, emphasis on the education, community care and ecology. The Larsen and Toubro L&T allocated 150 crore, approximately 20 million US dollar for CSR activities in financial year 2020 and 21, focuses on health, education and skill development, while Hindustan Unilever Limited spent rupees 129 crore, which is equivalent to 17 million US dollar on CSR initiative in financial year 2020 and 21, concentrates on the water conservation, health and hygiene and women empowerment. Bharti Airtel through Bharti Airtel Foundation spent 106 crore rupees, which is equivalent to around 14 million US dollar on social development program in the financial year 2020 and 21. Primarily focuses on the education in the rural areas. Last but not the least is a Mahindra Mahindra, invested rupees 93.5 crore rupees approximately, which is equivalent to 12.5 million US dollar in CSR activities for the financial year 2020 and 21, focuses on the education, health and rural development. It is important to note that these figures often represent overall CSR spending, which may include but not limited to ESG specific social initiatives. The amount can vary significantly from year to year based on the company performance and specific projects undertaken. Many companies integrate social consideration into their overall business strategies, making it challenging to isolate purely social investments. The impact of these investments often extends beyond the monetary value, creating long-term social benefits that are difficult to quantify. I sincerely request to viewers, for the most accurate and updated information, it's advisable to refer to individual companies' latest sustainability report, annual report, and CSR disclosures. Now we shall discuss about the top contributors to the governance sustainability under ESG Fund. Several Indian companies have been recognized for their strong governance practice under ESG funds, while ranking can vary based on different ESG rating methodologies and specific governance matrices. Here are some of the notable companies often cited for their governance contributions. Infosys, known for its transparent reporting, strong board independency and ethical business practice. Next is Tata Consultancy Services, recognized for its robust corporate governance framework and transparency in disclosures. HDFC Bank, noted for its strong risk management practice and board diversity. Hindustan Unilever Limited, known for its transparent reporting and a strong corporate governance policy. Wipro, recognized for its ethical business practice and a strong board independence. Mahindra Mahindra, known for its commitment to transparencies and ethical business conduct. ITC Limited, noted for comprehensive governance policy and stakeholder engagement practice. Reliance Industries, recognized for its efforts in improving transparency and shareholder rights. Maruti Suzuki, known for its robust risk management framework and transparency in disclosures. Asian Paints, recognized for its strong board practice and shareholder rights protection. Larsen & Toubro, that is L&T, known for its comprehensive governance policies and risk management practices. And the last but not the least is a Kotak Mahindra Bank, noted for its strong board independency and risk management practice. It is important to note that the governance practices are continually evolving and the companies are constantly working to improve their policies and practice. The ranking can change over time as companies enhance their governance structure and as ESG evaluation methodologies are refined. Investors interested in governance-focused ESG fund in India should conduct thorough research and consider consulting with the financial advisor to make informed decisions based on the most current information and their individual investment goals. It's also worth noting that while these companies are often recognized for their governance practice, no company is perfect and ongoing scrutiny and improvement are essential in a corporate governance sector. Now we shall discuss about the top contributors to governance action pattern under the ESG fund. Top contributors to governance mitigation under ESG funds in India include several prominent firms and sectors that prioritize high standards of corporate governance. Key contributors are found among the larger mutual funds and the specific ESG-focused investment strategies. Here are some significant contributors and their approaches. First is SBI Magnum Equity ESG Funds. This is one of the largest ESG funds in India with an asset under management of approximately 3,500 crore rupees. It prioritizes the companies with a robust governance practice which forms a significant portion of its investment strategies. The next is Quantum Long-Term Equity Value Funds. These funds integrate on ESG filter into its strategy with a significant focus on the governance. It avoids investment in sectors that adversely impact health, environment, and societal dignity. The next is Avendus Capital. This investment firm uses ESG factors to identify risks and opportunities that might not be fully priced in by the markets, emphasizing governance as a crucial aspect of their investment decision. Next is CRISIL ESG Rating. CRISIL has started ESG scoring for 225 companies focusing on various governance parameters. This initiative supports a better investment decision by highlighting companies with a strong governance framework. These funds are rating agency emphasizing governance as a critical component of their ESG criteria, ensuring that companies adhere to stringent governance practice to mitigate risk and enhance long-term value. Lastly, I will request the viewers to explore more detailed information. You can refer to the source of the Forbes India and Stable Investors. This slide discusses about the analysis of the sector-wide allocation of ESG funds for India. In India, the allocation of ESG funds across various sectors highlights a growing emphasis on sustainable investing. Here are a breakdown of how different sectors are contributing to ESG funds. First is IT sector. Generally scores well on ESG due to lower environmental impact and a strong governance practice. The IT sector is a significant contributor to ESG fund with major companies like Infosys and Tata Consultancy Services being prominent holding in multiple ESG funds. Infosys in particular is well regarded for its sustainability initiative and has been consistent presence in the portfolio of the various ESG funds such as Quantum India ESG Equity Funds, Kotak ESG Opportunities Fund and other. Now comes the other sector, the finance and the banking. Increasingly focusing on the sustainable finance and improved governance, the finance and the banking sector also play a crucial role in ESG investment. Banks like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and Axis Banks are frequently featured on the top holding of the ESG fund. These institutions have implemented several policies to enhance their ESG performance, including responsible leading practices and initiatives to reduce their carbon footprints. The next is energy sector, which is contributing almost 20%, faces challenges due to high environmental impact but present opportunities in renewable energy transition. Energy companies, particularly those focusing on the renewable energy, are increasingly becoming part of ESG portfolio. Although traditional energy companies have faced scrutiny, there is a noticeable shift towards including companies that are actively reducing their environmental impact. For instance, Reliance Industries, which is making significant investment in green energy, is a common holding in ESG fund. The last important sector is FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, that is contributing around 15%. Challenges in environmental impact but opportunities in sustainable manufacturing practice. The FMCG sectors with companies like Hindustan Unilever and ITC is also making strides in ESG compliance. These companies are incorporating sustainable practices in their supply chain and product offering. Their efforts to reduce plastic usage and improve energy efficiency have made them attractive to ESG focused investors. While concluding, I want to point out that the exact monetary contribution by sectors to ESG fund can be challenging to pinpoint due to varying investment strategy of different funds. However, a significant portion of ESG investment is directed towards large cap companies with a strong ESG scores, often from the IT and the finance sector. For example, the SBI Magnum Equity ESG Fund, one of the largest ESG funds in India that is contributing around 35%, has substantial holdings in IT and the banking stocks. Now we have come to the end of this presentation. To conclude today's presentation, we have examined corporate contribution to environmental and social mitigation, linking these efforts to governance practice in business operation. This demonstrates how companies can conduct business responsibly. The question now is, why should investors consider these ESG factors? In our next session, we will explore this from an investor's perspective, focusing on smart investors assessing corporate commitment to ESG principles. Till then, I wish you happy and prosperous day and bye-bye.